What's going on, friends? Welcome to the weekend edition. In honor? That's maybe not the right word. But in celebration of hitting 400 subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. I decided to do a little Q&A. And the first question comes from Kasha, who asks, can you please get a haircut? And yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Looks pretty good. Alright, so the first question comes from Paragetta, and she said, congrats. Thank you. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would you eat? I think this is a pretty easy question for me. Anybody who knows me knows that anytime Kasha is out of town, I eat pizza. And pizza is versatile. I could put vegetables on it if I had to, but no sauce. I could put no cheese. I could put no meat. We could do so many things with pizza, so it's definitely pizza. Next question comes from Adam. Cool guy. Lives in Alaska. Cool. Alaska. Adam asked, which is better, biscuits and gravy or eggs Benedict? And the clear winner here is biscuits and gravy. I was born in the South. I don't think I had eggs Benedict until I was probably early 20s, mid 20s. Not a huge fan. Next question is from Juan, and Juan asked, who is your favorite Timbers player? Favorite Timbers player, Diego Valeri. I'm going to put a picture of him on the screen. He's a very cool guy. He's very good at soccer. He's an awesome human being, and I'm happy he plays for the Timbers. Next question is from Irv, of Irv TV. Thanks for the question, Irv. He said, if you could dress like any 80s child star, who would it be? And I had to think long and hard on this one, Irv. This is a great question, and my answer is Fred Savage from The Wonder Years. I kind of dug his style. We had, well, before I chopped all of this off, we had some similar, bushy hair thing happening, and he has aged unbelievably well. Fred Savage. Next question is from Talia and John, vloggers in South Africa. They're awesome. If you haven't checked them out, you should definitely do so. McDonald's or Burger King? And I just kicked the tripod. That's a tough one to answer. McDonald's now has all-day breakfast, in the States at least, and that's a big deal for me because that's pretty much the only meal I eat at McDonald's. But I do like Burger King's flame-broiled burgers when I have an occasion to get one. But I'm gonna have to go with McDonald's for the all-day breakfast. Next question is from Tom and the Down Under vlogger from Australia and his family. Awesome people, check them out. He said, what was the first album you bought and your first ever live concert? The first ever album that I myself bought was Under the Table and Dreaming, Dave Matthews Band. And my first ever live concert, man, I really couldn't tell you. Growing up in a church and being the son of a music leader, I'm sure I went to so many different concerts as a kid that I couldn't even tell you. The first one that I went to by myself, on my own, was actually kind of a big deal. It was my freshman year of college. I had been at college for about 2 months when a friend of mine, his parents, were involved with some corporate sponsorships in the Austin City Limits Music Festival. It's this enormous festival in Austin, Texas. His parents gave all of his friends free passes. So I got to go to Austin City Limits Music Festival, and I saw a bunch of random bands that I really didn't care for, but then that day I watched the Kaiser Chiefs, Modest Mouse, and then Coldplay. And Coldplay is one of my favorite bands ever, and definitely one of my favorite live bands. So first concert I went to on my own was basically Coldplay. Next question came from River of Riv and Al. They're some daily vloggers in Chicago, and they are awesome. You should definitely check them out. What is one park, national park, or state that you have been wanting to go to, and why? I'm really glad you asked this question because I'm actually going to try to get there later this year. And that is, I want to go to Arches National Park and Zion National Park. Sorry, that's two. They're both in Utah. They're both incredibly gorgeous. The land is just unreal. Those are the two that I need to go to. But Oregon is so incredible, and there's so much of Oregon that I haven't seen yet. And so maybe I knock out Oregon before I start branching out into other states. Next question is from my actual brother, Graham. And Graham wants to know, what is on my personal tech wish list for 2017? And then he bolded non-camera related. Well, Graham, that pretty much narrows it down. However, since I got this new camera, I'm actually trying to get into doing some of these type of shots, shooting these in 4K. Use a little bit more of that sensor, better in low light, because I typically do these at night. And right now I'm in the daytime, so this is daylight. But I'm actually needing to upgrade my computer and put a little bit more RAM in it so that I can more easily edit 4K footage. Outside of that, if we're limiting it to no camera gear, I can't think of anything. Next question came from Joel. What places do you want to visit? What's your favorite local place to eat in Portland? Joel, I love Oregon. I moved to Oregon because it was a place that I wanted to visit all the time. And I just got tired of spending all my vacation time here and then having to leave and go back to somewhere where I was never happy. So we moved here because Oregon is the place we want to be. That being said, I really, like I said previously, want to go to the national parks in Utah. I really, really, really want to get up to Alaska at some point. And Redwood National Forest in California would be really nice. And we're going to Montreal in a few weeks, Montreal, Quebec. So that will be nice. Lots of history there, super old city, very European and French. And then second question, what is my favorite local place to eat in Portland? That's such an impossible question because Portland has an unbelievable food scene. I love Thai food ever since I moved to Portland, so there's a lot of great Thai restaurants. I love burgers. There's a lot of great burger places. I love pizza, like I said earlier. But then I've also gotten into branching out into more vegetarian things and vegetables and fruits and grains and things like that. So there's a lot of great vegetarian places as well. But if you want me to just choose one, I can't. Next question is from Caleb Allen. Caleb asked, how'd you get into YouTube and what job do you have to get your camera gear? Caleb, I got into YouTube because I was watching other people's channels and being jealous of like how much fun it looked to vlog and edit vlogs and go places and see things and record them for later and things like that. And I thought to myself, I can do that just as good as some of those people, so I'm gonna do it. And I did it. As far as my job goes, that's kind of a long story. I've been in healthcare administration now for about 7 years. As soon as I graduated college, I got a job at a bank, and then that job didn't pan out super well. The insurance wasn't very good, and so I left there, went to a hospital because the town that I was living in at the time had a huge hospital, and I just got stuck into healthcare, and it turns out that it's something I've really bought into and really like, and it's really fulfilling for me, and I really enjoy it. But I would say start as early as you can, getting experience in whatever field interests you. Do as many things as you can, volunteer, and just get a ton of experience, because right now the two things that most employers look for are, you know, a solid education and a ton of experience, or also marry an accountant. That helps too. The next question is from Jordan, and Jordan asked a really difficult question. He said, you can only make one more vlog. What is it about? I think it would be a sit down, probably outdoors, and I would make sure that it's edited perfectly, the sound was all perfect, and I would pretty much just tell you my life story. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of moves, there's a lot of people involved, there's a lot of, you know, heartache, there's a lot of, you know, way more happiness than heartache. But basically a draw my life, I guess, when, you know, that fad is kind of over on YouTube now, but a draw my life, where I tell you absolutely everything. Next question is from Adam, And Adam asked, what is something you want to see more of from vloggers like yourself and YouTube in general? On the not so serious side, I want to see less of people looking at their screens, which is not something I have a problem with because this camera doesn't have a flip out screen, but I just trust it that much. On the serious side, I'd like to see people being more honest. I try not to follow channels that I really don't get the feeling that they're being honest with their audience and that it's just a show. And I like to think that I do a very good job of being honest with you in what I'm showing you and what I'm interested in, and trying to strike a good balance between something that's entertaining and something that's very honest. If you've been around this for a while, you know in the last year my grandmother passed away, and I vlogged through that. The vlog was very helpful for me in that. It was a great outlet for me to video feelings and to talk through that, and that stuff is very powerful for me now to go back and watch that. And not that I wish family members passing away for any of my vlogging friends or any of the YouTube community, but I think it's a testament to honesty with yourself and with your audience when you can face that type of adversity and just be completely upfront with your audience. So I would say honesty in your recording and integrity in what you're recording and editing would be what I would hope for the rest of YouTube and for the rest of this small vlog community. The next question comes from Escape, and Escape asks, what are your goals for your channel? Well, my first goal was 100 subscribers, and I hit that a little while back. And then my second goal was for the year 2017, so by December 31st of 2017 was 500 subscribers. So here we are at 400, or as of recording this, 401 or 402. So 500 subscribers was pretty much the biggest number that I could possibly have imagined when I started this. And even that was kind of a stretch. So 500 subscribers would be like a concrete goal. More meta goals, still to just get better with my editing and to get better with After Effects. I've barely touched After Effects this year, and that was one of my New Year's resolutions. So, kind of frustrated. Escape also amended her comment to tell me to stop hitting my subscribers. Noted. The last question today for this video is something that I really appreciated, really special to me, and a viewer named Daleen asks, what inspired you to close your vlogs with the awesome message, find someone you love, tell them you love them, and be good to each other? Because it is awesome. I love it. It's what made me decide to become a subscriber, honestly. What a sincere and unique reminder for us all. Thank you. Daleen, thank you, because that's probably the most incredible comment that I've gotten on my channel since I started. That really means a lot to me. To answer your question, I was watching a tech channel, and the presenter on that tech channel's name is Sean Cannell, and he's extremely positive. He formats his videos in a way that you feel engaged and you want to continue watching. You want to watch when he puts something out. And it got to the point where he has a cadence. He opens his videos the same way. He teases. He gets you into the video, he keeps you there, and then the endings of his videos were always the same, and it blew me away. I watched Sean for probably 4 or 5 months before I started my own channel, and that stuck with me, and I told myself that I wanted to get to the point where people felt a cadence in my videos, where they felt at the beginning, where I would draw them in, and they would stay through the middle. And then once we got to the end, that they would know it was over and that they were anticipating something was coming. And that's where the be good to each other came from. I actually had to go back and watch my old vlogs to figure out when the first time that happened was. And it was actually vlog number 2. And I just said, be good to each other, and then cut it off. I can't tell you exactly where that specific phrase came from, other than it's just, what I'm about. Being good to people and being honest and being loving and spreading these ideals that I subscribe to myself. And that's just kind of where it came from. I wanted something that my audience would be able to lock onto and would come to expect and would come to really like. So if you're the only person out of 402 people who loves me saying that, then it has been 100% worth it. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you commenting. Thank you so much for all the comments and questions. It means the world to me. This is my creative outlet, and it has also become my joy to share my life with you. So here's to 402, and let's see you again at 500 for more questions. Not for another video, because I'll be back before then. And Escape, I will not hit my viewers today. So wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you had a wonderful day whenever you watch this. Find someone you love, tell them you love them, peace, and be good to each other. And I will see you next time. Also, it would appear that I ended the vlog without shades. And what's a talkie vlog without shades? Bad. That's what.